Hey everybody, and welcome to another tutorial from It's the Basics. In this video we're going to go through how you set up an email account. In this actual video we're going to go to the website, which is going to be outlook.com, and we're going to register there. Then in the follow-up video we're going to go through how you navigate your account once you have it set up, such as how you send and receive emails and make folders to keep yourself organized. So first off, we're going to have to open up one of our internet browsers. If you don't know what an internet browser is, it's basically how we're going to connect to the World Wide Web, and it's going to display the web pages and the websites that we want to see. So the four most popular ones would be Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox and Safari. If you're using a Windows computer, Internet Explorer will come as the default, so that might be the only one that most of you have. But if you want to download any of these, feel free to. I'm going to use Google Chrome just because I like it the most, but it doesn't matter if you use Internet Explorer. They all do the same thing. So first off, we're going to go up here to the top left hand corner where it says this is your navigation bar. So we're going to type in outlook.com. I'll put the link in the description as well, just in case you can't find it. So it's going to bring you to this overview page. So if you already have an email set up, you can just enter it in here and put your password in and sign in. But because we don't have one yet, we're going to scroll down a little bit and go to where it says sign up now. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to bring us to our create account page. So once you come onto this page, you're going to have to enter in some details such as your name, what you want your email to be, your password, where you're from, your gender. So first off, we're going to give ourselves a first and last name. Use your real names here because it'll be easier for you to remember your details. But for this, I already have an email account, so I'm going to use an example just as a fake email. So type in your first and last name there, and then this is the important part here. You're going to give yourself an actual email account. So generally people like to go with their actual names as this. So as I'm calling myself an example, we'll try an example at outlook.com. Now you can have outlook.com or you can have hotmail.com. It doesn't really make a difference. We're going to stay with outlook.com for this one. So it tells me here that the email is already being taken. So there's already a Microsoft account called an example. So if this happens, you can try a few other things. You can try put in, say, your date of birth at the end, the last digits. So I'm going to say an example 87. We'll click outside the box again, and it'll say that an example 87 is available if I want to use. If you don't want to use something like that, you can say put in an underscore in between the an example. See if that works. That's also available. So it's pretty much up to you how you want to lay out your email. Just try and make it easy for you to remember so you don't forget it. You're going to also have to keep it all lowercase letters and don't put in any spaces in between. And for your password, it'll tell you over here that your password must be at least 8 characters. It has to contain 2 of the following, either uppercase, lowercase, numbers or symbols. The symbols will be, say, the underscore or the dash. So you're going to want to give yourself a very strong password just so it's harder for people to break into your account if they try to. So try keep a combination of, say, uppercase, lowercase and numbers, which will probably be the easiest to remember. So I'm going to put in my password here and we'll re-enter it. So it says that password is good to use. It doesn't tell me there's anything wrong with it. But say for example I just put in all lowercase letters, it's got to tell me here that it's not a valid password because it's not strong enough, because it doesn't contain at least 2 of the uppercase, lowercase, numbers or symbols. So I'm going to put back in my original password, and it's got to come up. It won't say anything, but if it doesn't say anything, it means your password's good to go. So then we scroll down the page a bit more, and we're going to put in our other information. So if you put in your country as the United States, you're going to put in your zip code. But as I'm not from the United States, I'll click on this box and I'll search through till I find Ireland. So there we go. So you won't have to put in your postcode if you're from Ireland. So the next step is we're going to put in our date of birth. We're going to go for just a general date of birth here. So put in your actual date of birth just so they know who you are, and pick a gender. Now the next part is a little bit more confusing because you actually have to put in either an alternate email, but if you don't already have one, you can't do this. So if you don't have an alternate email, you're going to have to put in your phone number. So again, if you're from the United States, you'll keep it on this box and you'll put in the phone number here. Or if you're from Ireland or anywhere else, you're going to have to search through this drop down box till you find Ireland. So then you put in your phone number there. but as I have an alternative email, I'm going to just stick it in here to save me getting the text message. Right, so then the last thing we have to do is we have to put in this caption box. This is just sort of a test to make sure that's not a robot making up the email account. So just put in whatever you see. So I see JCNBSKRBNJ. And then you can either decide whether you want them to send you promotional emails or not once you set it up. I just got a ticket just to see for an example. So when you have all your information put in, you got to click the create account button down the bottom, and if everything's okay, it'll just go through to the page. And say you forgot to put in your date of birth or your, I'll show you for an example actually. Say you don't put in a gender and you go down here to create an account, it's got to tell you that you haven't put in your gender yet. So the same thing will happen if you didn't put in your country or your date of birth. It won't let you actually make the account until you have all the information put in. So when you put in all the information, you're going to go down and click on create account. It's got to process it, and it'll probably take a second or two before it actually loads up the next page. So there we go, we've set up our email account. It'll give you a little tour if you want it, or you can just continue to your inbox. So this is where we're going to leave the video for the minute. We have our email set up, you can see up here. It'll give you access to your Outlook, your people, your calendar, SkyDrive. We'll go through that sort of stuff in the next video. You have your email, your inbox here, and up here it should tell you who you are, an example 87. So if we want to sign out, we're just going to go over here, click on this tab. We're going to go down here to sign out, and that'll log you out of your account. So if anybody wants to get back into your account, they're going to have to know your actual email and your password. So that's all for this video. In the next one, we're going to go through how you actually navigate that page. So how to send emails, how to receive emails, how to make folders so you can keep yourself organized. But we're going to go through that in the next video. So until next time, goodbye.